Bring in more sinks because we need to throw everything at them. Let's go. Tom, we need it tonight.
Yeah, they need like 60 shots maybe tonight to get a couple goals the way they've been going. I mean, they've just been snake bit with the goals. They played well,
I
but
was going to say they played well, but, I saw a lot of good chances. I saw high danger chances. I saw shots come from the outside, but that's expected. I saw shots from the point. But, you're looking for deflections. Their power play needs to get moving.
yeah,
You don't know how to take this because you have 30 shots plus per game and you're still not putting a puck in the back of the net. And I can't even say that they're just shots from the outside because they're not. So
yeah,
they're playing good defensively, which is good. It
yeah.
just like you can't give up right now because you're playing well. So
Now there's some good things to build on here. You know, like they've done some good things, but like I said, it's just they've been, especially at home, they've been snake bit. They've been able to score on the road,
yeah, man,
but at home, like they just like it's
you can't
and
buy
I
a
think
goal.
no, and I mean for the most part they outplayed Washington and
Yeah, I
lost
agree.
1-0. And I mean they did a lot of good things against Edmonton, and
Yep.
like I said, they just couldn't put one in the back of the net, and that happens sometimes. Obviously, being on the Ranger end of things, we've seen Shesterkin steal games, and
Yep.
over the years, and Lindgren stole that game for Washington, no doubt.
And
But
his goals against average is .76 Shesterkin. Like
yeah,
you had three shutout losses and his goals against are .76. Like you got to understand something like before we start trashing this team, your goaltender is like top notch in these games. And it's not even that he was holding the fort down for this team. They were playing well. I'm telling you, if they keep playing like this, it's going to come. You just got to
yeah, wins
find
will come.
the. What's that?
I said wins will come if you keep playing
Yes.
like this. And even Quick played well against Washington. I mean, there was one kind of fluky goal, and that
Yeah.
happens sometimes. So
Agreed.
it's
Yeah. And you said in the beginning they got to beat up these garbage teams in order to make the playoffs. And if they keep playing like this, they're going to destroy those garbage teams.
mm,
And the fact that they're hanging around with these top-notch teams here, especially the one that made it to the Stanley Cup final, and really kind of only lose 1-0 besides an empty
two
netter.
years in a row.
Yeah, I don't really count an empty netter as like a 2-0. I count what's happening when that goaltender's in that net,
Yeah.
and the fact that they played that well, held Connor McDavid to next to nothing and Draisaitl next to nothing. I mean, that's big. That's a big deal. So people
And
don't understand how big of a deal that is.
and you're going to get another test tonight and Saturday. You have a proven team in Toronto that gave Florida all they wanted last year in the playoffs, and I mean, obviously Mitch Marner's not there anymore, and you go to, you play Montreal on
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, which is a young and up and coming team.
That they
So
are. Yes, they were
yeah,
probably one of the most improved teams last year. I thought.
yeah, and like I said, Montreal's not been kind to the Rangers either. That's
Mm.
been like a house of horrors for them over the
Yeah.
years. So we'll we'll see where that goes. But like I said, their schedule's not easy coming
Yeah.
up,
And
and
then
and
and
I think
then
you have,
go
I
ahead.
believe you have Minnesota after that too. So it's
And then we got this whole Panarin thing going on, which is I don't need this to be another Jacob Truba thing. And
yeah.
there's been I guess you said he was playing hardball today, and it's like oh boy, here we
He
go.
made a comment today like I want to get paid like a superstar. Well, hey, he has. I'll say this over and over again. He's been a great free agent signing, especially in the regular season. Super. I mean, led the team in scoring the last 6 years. Great job. But playoffs have been, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A lot to be desired. And I'll be honest with you. It's funny we mentioned Minnesota. That's the team everyone believes that he could go to because him and that Kaprizov are good friends. So they share the same agent. So maybe, you
Yeah.
know, something like that happens.
It stinks if that to happen, but again, like you said, playoffs, he's almost non-existent.
Yeah.
He's
And he's
good to
done.
help us get to the playoffs. That's basically what he is.
You know what the thing for me is? You've had him here for the prime of his career from like 27, 28. Now he's 34. 34, you're starting to be like, all right, is this when the wheels start coming off a little bit? Where the game starts to slip,
Yeah.
like, and you want to get locked. It's one thing. I would go to 3 years with him, but the money's got to be right too. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
paying him top dollar, like, because you're going to mess up your cap. You already have Zibanejad's contract, which is a nightmare with his no trade clause to get rid of. So you're going to mess yourself up even more.
Right.
Like, and the thing to me is all these coaches that have come in here, Gallant, Laviolette, Sullivan now, we want to play more north-south. Okay, well, your two best offensive players play east-west, Zibanejad and him.
Yep.
So guess what? If you want to play more north-south, then he needs to go because he's
Yes.
not going to play like that. You know
You
what I
know what he
mean?
did?
Like,
He saw his buddy Kaprizov over there get all this money, and now he's thinking, oh, well, I can get that money too because I scored 90 some points a season. But you're
not
like
here, you're not.
a pile of crap in the playoffs. Like I can't. How are you going to justify paying this guy all this money when he doesn't show up when you need him to show up the most?
And like I heard somebody mention this the other day, and he even said, "I like Panarin a lot as a player. What have you won with him? Nothing. Like I said, has he
Big
carried
goose
you
egg.
in the playoffs? No, he has not.
No.
Like he's been kind of invisible at times. He has had a couple moments, like against Pittsburgh a few years
Yes.
ago and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That
But
was basically his one hurrah. His one
yeah,
hurrah.
and he's had some goals. But I'm saying he's never taken over a series, though, is what I'm saying. Where you're like, wow, he's the best player on the
Yeah.
ice. You know what I mean? Like there's no doubt about it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's
Yeah.
and
It
the
might
other
be. He might be parting ways with the Rangers before we know
yeah,
it.
another guy who was at one time our top prospect or one of our top prospects, Brennan Othman, is rumored to be on the block or being shopped around, or teams are inquiring about him. And to be honest with you, you know, he really did not stand out in camp this year. I mean, I thought Perot was better than him. I thought that Berard was better than him, and obviously Lava made the team. I just think it's time to cut ties and maybe move on to something else and swap him for something because it just doesn't seem like it's going to work here
I
anymore.
kind of blame the Rangers' development for these young players because he has
Some
the
of it,
potential and he is being wasted. Like you've said, Berard, him, you know, Perot down in the minors here. And I
Pro
mean,
actually just turned pro last year,
yeah, I
so
mean, he's young and I get it, but Othman, like, where did he
he's
get
been to
the
camp.
playing time?
Yeah, and he's been to camp the last 4 years, and to be honest with you, this camp he was given an opportunity, and he really didn't seize the moment. This was kind of like now or never for him. I feel, you know what I
This
mean? And
this kid reminds me of like a Tony Amonte or a Doug Waite, how they got traded away and then they became like phenomenal players. And I think that's what's going to happen with this kid. And like everybody's going to be like, "Oh, see, we never should have traded him away." But again, the Rangers are not giving him playing time, and he
well,
didn't stand out in camp.
you also when you traded Amonte and Wade away, you won a cup that year, and you paid through the nose to win that cup.
Right. Okay.
But
Yes, I stand corrected. But I
but
was just saying more or less with
yeah,
players
no,
that
I get it.
that you knew could develop into something, and then they finally did once they left. That was more.
And the rumor already is Othman to Chicago. He's very good friends with Connor Bedard, obviously, supposedly. So that's the big thing right now. You're hearing already
How
that
about
maybe
we?
he can.
I bet we get rid of him and like Susie or Vakanainen and then send them there too and bring a defenseman over. That's worth something.
I mean, I'll take Chris Chelios back at this time. Like Jesus, like Vakanainen is horrible, like horrible, like that. And how Drury gave him an extension on top of that. I mean, I get he was a throw-in the Trouba trade, but I mean, he sucks, man. Like he should not even
Yeah.
be there. Like
Yeah.
if that kid Morrow doesn't play tonight and he plays, the Rangers are screwing up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's terrible. Give that kid Morrow a chance to play because he's a legit power play 2 quarterback for you. Where this guy, I mean, he just sucks. I'm
You're
sorry.
hearing it right here because you know Tom Murphy. He's always right.
But that's the sad part. Like if Borgen doesn't if he plays tonight, then Morrow will probably get scratched. Then why do you even bring him here then?
Yeah.
For what? Like it makes no sense. Scratch back a 9 and stick him up in the
Yeah.
press
Well,
box. This guy sucks.
Borgen got hurt the other night, so he may not even
He
play
did,
tonight.
but
Yeah.
they said he skated today though,
Oh,
so
okay.
we'll see. That's what they're saying now. One other quick note: Brady Kachuk had surgery on his wrist today. They say 6 to 8 weeks he's going to be out, so that means 8 weeks in one day he'll probably be punching somebody else in the face. So
And getting surgery
just
on
saying.
another hand, yeah.
Yeah, it probably tough kid, but yeah, he had surgery in New York today, so we'll see. They say 6 to 8 weeks he's going to be out, so that's a big loss for Ottawa.
Yes, it is. And Rangers take on the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. Don't forget to tune in. Let's go Rangers. Hopefully they can get some goals tonight at the Garden. Tom?
No, they're actually in Toronto tonight, so
Oh, okay. So we're going to score tonight.
yeah, there you go. We're right. Too bad we're not in Maple Leaf Garden, but
Yeah, that's right. We need a goal somewhere in some garden.
yeah,
All right,
we gotta
Tom.
get something.
You want to lead us out?
Yep. Like I said, thank you everyone for joining tonight. And like I said, we're all over the place. The Blue Shirt Barn on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. So like I said, tune in, YouTube, podcasts. Like I said, drop a comment, whatever you guys want to do. Have a great night and enjoy the game tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you.
Peace out. Let's go Rangers. Yeah, I'm kind of glad.